I'm just going to make music that I feel God inspires me to write. And so this song is extra special because that was my heart behind sonically. We just wanted to write a song that felt like me, heart cry, what God's placed in my heart and the people I was writing with. And so to see it on stations like y'all, it's just so encouraging because it's like, wow, I'm just staying focused on where God has me, and it's still being able to get expanded, and more people are hearing it than I ever thought. So really special. But the meaning behind the song, really, I was with some friends, and we were just just talking about what it looks like to hear God's voice. And I was actually in a session in the morning that we didn't write "Whisper in the Wind" with, but the topic came up of when Jesus is with his disciples, and they're like, Lord, teach us how to pray. And that's where we get the Lord's Prayer. The specific usage of the word pray in that context, directly translated from the Aramaic text, is Lord, teach us how to set a trap for, or how to capture the thoughts of God. And ironically, we didn't even write about that, but I took that information into my PM session that afternoon where I wrote Whisper in the Wind. And I was just talking to my guys. I'm like, this is a pretty interesting thought of, man, like I know prayer to be a means of communication. I know prayer to be a means of interceding. I know prayer to be a means of stirring up our faith and asking God to do things, and, an exercise of faith. But seeing it in the light of, I just want to know your voice so well. I just want to be able to capture your thoughts and adapt them and adopt them to my thoughts. Like I want to know you so well that I can blend in so well to, I can set a trap for it and actually capture your thoughts and allow them to become my thoughts. That was kind of like an aha moment for me. And it kind of led us to chatting about, man, so many times we've seen God move, maybe at like a summer camp, or for young adults and youth students that I'm talking to about the song. I'll often be like, hey, raise your hand if you've been to a summer camp that just set you on fire, just got you so passionate and just lit up for the Lord. And then I say, don't raise your hand here, but how many of you go back home and your life looks the same? And you saw God move in this mighty way in one situation. You come home and you're still addicted to whatever, or you're still depressed, or you're still battling the things that you thought, now that you experience God, everything's going to be different, everything's going to be better. And it led us to writing a song really illustrating, man, just as much as God moves in these mighty moments, we can't expect him to move the same way every time or look the same way every time.